blur now?
Pretty much. From, as I say, I think after the game I've said what I thought really, and thoughts haven't changed. But as you say, it's still sinking in really.
At what point do we stop looking back and start looking forward?
I think it's going to take a while, a week or so, maybe a few weeks, and then you've got to sort of move on really. But I think the way it worked out in the end up, we haven't been the bottom two all season, and it happened, so it's hard to take really, but it happened, so I think we've got to accept it and move on really.
You're in the bottom two for one day and you get relegated. Do you feel unlucky at all, or do you get what you deserve after 46 games?
I think it's after 46 games you are where you are, and that's where you deserve to be. And I think obviously if we took a few chances like a lot of games this year, then we might have got a result really, but I think in the end up it just give what you deserve, and in the last 12 games we pretty much dropped like a stone really, and done really, but that's football really.
Yeah, with the squad of players Rovers currently have, and with some additions, are you confident Rovers can bounce back in a season, or will that be a tough task?
I think you've got to be positive and think it's possible. Everybody wants to tell you you're not doing it in a year now, but why not? I can't see why not, you know what I mean? I think if you get the right players together and get the right run results, obviously you perform, but it's a tough division. I think one go up and one goes up through the playoffs, so it's tough, and there's a lot of tough games in there, and as I say, the big clubs that have been down there have struggled to come back. Luton have just come back after a few years in there. Mansfield, Lincoln are still down there, so it's tough. But there's no reason why you can't. The word can't doesn't really. You just got to go and give it a good go and see what happens.
How do you? It's going to be a bit of a culture shock. Some of the recent games, Fratton Park, 18,000 fans. You played in front of 10,000 fans on Saturday. I won't mention individual teams, but how will you adapt to playing at small grounds and small crowds?
I think it's a game of football. No matter what, I've played like in all different countries. I've played in different stadiums, but it's all about what happens on the green grass with the white lines on it. It doesn't matter to me what's outside of that. So I think the players individually get their head around that and get on with it. You know what I mean? But I think it's a game of football. So you go and win the game. It's the bottom line. It's not about how many's there or how many's got to win. If it's one man next dog, then get 3 points, you go home.
Yeah. And do you wish it was August now? We were looking forward to your first game of the season.
Yeah, I think if everybody's a bit physically and mentally drained really at this moment in time, so I think at this moment in time you've got to kind of take a step back and clear your head and clear your thoughts and get yourself mentally established. But as you say, yeah, I think in a few weeks' time we'll be ready to go.
Thank you.